Hey guys, welcome to Day to Day with TT, and I have here with me Captain Nunya, and we are going to talk about building resilience. I hope you've gotten your cement bags ready, coming to build. So, Captain Nunya, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you very much, Tracy.
Welcome.
I'm elated as you called for this particular talk show. So the topic has got to do with resilience.
Yes.
It's very interesting in the sense that it's something that has really built my capability as a person in terms of my career and what I'm doing now as well.
Yeah.
So to begin with, I would say resilience as itself, it's more of the ability to bounce back from any sort of challenge or sort of an uncertainty. Yes, so if things are not going as planned and then you are able to still sail through, that ability to bounce back onto what you have to do, then yes, you are being resilient at a particular.
Okay, so before we go on, I'll let him introduce himself a little bit and then we continue from there. Mind you, he's an entrepreneur, so some of the things may be biased, but I'll come in if any. All right, so let us know a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay, but in as much as like you're saying, I will try not to be biased.
All right.
Okay, so my name is Nunya Tommy. I'm currently with MEST Africa, and then I'm an entrepreneur in training. So what we do is we invest in people by training them, giving them these entrepreneurial skills to create businesses.
Yeah.
And then it goes global, and then we move from there.
All right.
So practically what I do is I'm an entrepreneur. I have that mindset, that zeal, that force, that push, yes, to create or to start something.
Yes, that's great. So how is being resilient important in our day-to-day
activities? Okay, so being resilient is important for every individual to have that mindset of that resilient mindset. The thing is, if you are resilient, you know that you keep going and then nothing stops you, nothing irrelevant stops you. Even though you've had your plan, you make sure that the plan works no matter what, whether rain or shine. Okay, so applying resilience in every department of your life is very crucial because that is what moves you, it keeps you moving.
Yeah. Would you say resilience also has to do with discipline, self-discipline, like it has something in common with self-discipline?
Okay, not entirely so. Discipline, it's a whole concept on its own from resilience.
Okay, for my understanding, I feel like discipline has to do with doing something whether you feel like doing it or not. Right, so you overriding your emotions that I don't feel like doing this, but I have to do it. Do you think you are practicing resilience in that?
Okay, it doesn't connote to that entirely.
Okay.
So probably I would say the difference for resilience and discipline. Discipline, like you are saying, okay, you have set yourself some timelines and some goals that you want to achieve it, and no matter that's what you are doing. But resilience has got to do with you setting things up and then it failing, you encountering uncertainty.
Discipline is more or less like is yourself. You are trying to get the thing done. Yes. So whatever that is from yourself, it's not like the resilience that an external force is or a challenge is trying to stop you from doing what. Okay, I get it now. Yeah. All right, so my next question is that you're an entrepreneur and you've been an employee before, right? Can you just brief us a little bit about your upbringing and how you practice resilience as an entrepreneur? First as an employee, then becoming an entrepreneur.
Okay, so the question is quite broad.
All right.
So I'll take it from the start of the employee side.
Okay.
Right from the university, I went to the University of Ghana. I studied a Bachelor of Science in IT. And then right from there, I had my first job. I was a UI/UX designer.
Nice.
And then I kept moving, becoming a sales executive, and then to where I am at MEST. My thing is, all the journey of me working from 9 to 5. You know, if you're an employee, you work according to someone's set time and standards.
Yes, that's true.
So all the time that I've been working from 9 to 5 in my career, you see that I kept on trying out new things, meeting new people, networking and all this stuff. And through that is how I had my other job. Through that is how I even got here at MEST.
That's great.
So that resilience in you already know that, okay, you have to abide by a particular set of instructions, but you still want to push because you want an extra income. That is the resilience on the side, probably on the side of the employee side.
Okay.
But as an entrepreneur, the resilience has got to do with how you are able to move your whole solution and your company as a whole. Okay.
Yeah, and then the team you're working
with. And the team you're working with. You see, so the thing is, the team, you cannot, from where I sit, you can't fully trust team like that. Yeah, it has happened to me before a couple of times. But the thing is, you must have the mindset that if you are the one holding it, with or without a team, the plan still goes. You are still moving. That's how the resilience.
So everything must be done for the goal to be achieved, no matter what, no matter the weather.
Yes.
All right.
So many people set up their career from boxing, wrestling, driving, everything. It was all resilience that made them get there.
Nice.
Yeah. The ability to, I have to get there no matter what.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next question is about mental health. Has resilience actually impacted your life, your mental health in any way? The way you think, or giving you like ease you of stress, or actually giving you stress, and how have you handled it?
Okay, yes, so resilience, of course, definitely it comes with so many constraints. Okay, everything begins from your mind. Okay, so, and if you're strong within yourself, that's what we see outside.
Yeah.
So even though people have broken you, it's just temporary. That is what is happening within your outer world.
Yeah.
But in your inner world, within what's in your mind, you know this is the movement I'm moving and I'm not quitting. That aspect of you conceiving that I'm not quitting is the resilience I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. So even though you cannot do what they are doing for you, but you're able to mobilize people. Oh, help me get this done, and then you are still able to move that same force. Then you are being resilient at that particular project.
And it does help you mentally feel at ease that you're still working on the project.
You feel very fulfilled. Like there's nothing satisfying than feeling fulfilled as a man.
Okay.
Yeah. Even if I just go to do you writing a script a day, or trying to chase someone or something like that, like fulfillment gives you that joy.
Okay. Yeah. How would anyone, our audience watching us, how can they practice resilience in their everyday life? Okay, so practicing resilience, it's not that simple. You have to be very courageous and bold. You have to know that you were there's no man on an island alone, but you have to know that if you are moving and there's no one supporting, you have to have the mindset that, okay, let me exhaust all my opportunities and then my resources and see how best I can pull this by myself. If it has got to do with you contacting a friend, an old-time friend, or you even learning a new skill to do it, it's all builds up your resilience to actually solving a problem. So that's it. Okay, that's great. I would also like to add up to what he said, that when we talk about resilience, like he mentioned the mental aspect. He also mentioned about how it's more, his point of view was more about having a goal. Okay, when you don't have a goal, you don't have a reason to bounce back. You understand? So if you want to build a habit, a particular habit, so in your day-to-day life, you spoke about building, you are building the resilience, so you can start from somewhere. So every day I want to work out, I want to do some 30 minutes workout. So you can start from walking. I'll just take walks in the morning, 10 minutes. And then the next week you move to 20 minutes, then the following 30 minutes. And that's how it goes. Ideally, the best way to do it is that you add it to something that's constant that you usually do. So maybe before I take my shower, I'll do that. Or after I take my shower, I'm going to work out. And that will make it easier for you to remember. Also, we have other artificial things that can help us remember. Calendar, reminders, our alarms are there to help us. Also make sure that we stay consistent and commit to what we are doing. Normally, consistency does help resilience, because when you keep doing it, it's easier for you to come back strong and come back at it easily. the same way people build up addictions on bad attitudes and bad behaviors, they do it multiple times for it to become an addiction. So you can also build a good habit for a number of times, and it will be the best thing you've ever done for yourself. I'm so glad you tuned in. Also, for Aminé's day today, Aminé's go-to for today is for you to put in the caption how you practice resilience in your life, and then a situation where you practice resilience. Our last question for Nunya is about how his any situation right now that he was able to in his life right now as an entrepreneur, that he was able to practice resilience. You can tell us about any situation currently you faced that you practice resilience in. We'll be glad.
Okay, quite a couple of them though, but I will share the most recent one. So with what we are doing at MEST, we mostly have presentations and all the stuff. And when I was beginning, I had this sort of stage fright, because you have to go and then talk about your business. You have to do presentations and then there's that kind of feedback, question back and forth. I wasn't that courageous, but I just had it in mind that okay, if my colleagues can do it, I can do it. So I just need to just put in an extra push, should keep practicing and trying, and then now I think I'm getting there. Yeah, there are a couple of ones though, but I think this is a very safe one I put across for now.
But I can also bet that because you were able to bounce back, you can even use that as a reference next time when you are down and you want to bounce back. Like, hey, the last time I was able to come back good, so I can do it this time around, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
So we are doing this for ourselves. We are building it. When you fall, you rise up again. If you're unable to do it today, the next day, so far as you've been given the chance to live again, you can try it again and again, so that we can all grow and become better. Don't forget, day to day is for you and for myself, for us to grow together, and it's with me, Titi. Thank you for joining and tuning in. We are going to see you again in the next episode, but before we leave, I'll let him leave his social media handles, and then we end for today's episode.
Okay, so to link up with me on Instagram, it's Captain Nunya.
Yeah.
Just that simple, Captain then Nunya, my name.
Alright, it will be below on the screen.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
and on LinkedIn too, it's Nunya Tommy.
Alright, and your business.
Yeah, business on IG, it's Twist Beauty Official.
Alright, sure.
Yeah,
so I'll
Twist
write
Beauty.
all of them. It would all be stated on the screens so that you can all follow up. Also connect with him on LinkedIn so that you can work on projects together. Alright, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next podcast. Bye guys.